Crib so big, it's on an island. Money so long, it's hard to pilot. Being too fly, don't need a stylist. Feel like it's taking too long, and I can't wait to get on. I'm having superstar dreams.
Welcome back to the Talk to Me Nice channel, and I'm glad you're starting your weekend off the nice way. If Storm, if you interrupt me again during this story time, we're gonna have a problem. Okay, guys, it's not a secret. Look, I know, I missed last week, and I told you I was not gonna do that. But it's a reason, and we finna get straight into it on how I was stranded for 40 hours. So this weekend, I live in Florida. I drive to Atlanta to see my best friend, you know what I'm saying? I go see her, it's her birthday or whatever. We don't, you know what I'm saying, we don't do that much. We stay inside, have a little brunch inside or whatever. So on Sunday, I'm leaving Atlanta to come back to Florida to put out my video. Only had to edit a little bit more stuff and I was gonna put it out at like 7. I started driving. And around, like, I had been on the road for about 3 hours, because it takes about 6 hours to get from Atlanta to Orlando. So I'm driving, and then my car just starts shaking.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Okay, what's going on with my car? I know I got no flat tire. Get out, check all my tires. They're all inflated, right? So I get back in the car, I was like, maybe the car is just like, maybe it's the road, you know what I'm saying? I get in the car, rest for a second, start driving again, it starts shaking real bad. I said, nope, I don't know what's going on with the car. I called my sister's boyfriend, and he's a mechanic. And I asked him what's going on. I'm telling him the noises I'm hearing. He was like, check your lug nuts on your tire. What? I said, what? He was like, check your lug nuts. I was like, how can lug nuts even fall off? That doesn't make no sense. But I go and check it. And of course, my lug nuts on my right front tire are gone. All but one. How do lug nuts fall off a car? Like, that makes no sense. I'm like, oh my god. I've been on the road for like 3 hours, 4 hours, or whatever. So I'm 2 hours from Orlando, where my house is, and I'm 4 hours away from Augusta, where my mom and them is. So I'm like, I'm in the middle of just whatever. I call the tow thing, you know what I'm saying, roadside assistance. And you know, let's get to that. Why does it take so long to call roadside assistance? Why are you asking me all these questions on the phone and talking all slow? Hello, how are you? How's the family? Like, yo, like, just come on, bro. I need to get off the road. I'm about to be stranded on this road. So, this is about 4:30. We gonna clock it now. This is about 4:30. The tow truck comes, takes about like 30 to 45 minutes for the tow truck to get there from the first time I stop. Okay, so then the tow truck guy gets there, and I tell him to drop me off at AutoZone. We're gonna drop my car off at AutoZone. Cool, he picks me up, we get the car, and we're going. AutoZone tells me, oh, we don't allow cars to stay overnight.
You a bitch. You know why you a bitch? Cause I said so.
Whatever. So I told the truck driver that, he was like, you know what, hold on. He calls a mechanic he knows that owns this shop, okay? Let's just be like this. That was nice of the tow truck driver to do that, but this guy that he calls, till this day, today is Friday of the next week, I stopped on Sunday. I still have no idea what this guy looks like or who this guy is. But we're gonna get to that, okay? He calls this guy and says, would you be interested in fixing his car or whatever? Boom, boom, boom. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna take a couple hours for me to get there, but that's fine. I was ecstatic. I was like, well, I could be back on the road if it's just late at night, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 2 hours away from the house. Bet. He drops me off at this shop. This shop. Like, this shit is crazy. Oh boy. Okay, so this shop ain't no bigger than your bedroom. This shop was, boom, that was it. If it was a door, you would walk in, and then right when you walk in closer, you was walking back out through the back door. That's how big this shop was. This shop was directly beside a gas station. It was a gas station, like parking space, and then the shop. That was it. And it was in the middle of nowhere. I was in the city of Alachua, Florida. Alachua, Florida. And I'm gonna tell you this now, if I ever see Alachua, Florida again, I'm gonna blow my brains out. I get to this shop, he dropped my car off, he told the guy drop the car off. This guy walks out the shop that works there. You're gonna see why I say quotation on works there. This fat, you know what? We're not gonna be mean. Yes, we are. I meet these two schmucks. Like, you don't understand. I meet this fat motherfucker who walks out the shop and starts talking to me like he know what he was talking about, right? And his wife is also there. Wife, girlfriend, I don't know what the fuck. I just know she was on meth. She had about 4 teeth in her mouth and they was all like over here. Like, she had a field goal in her mouth. Y'all don't even understand, like, she can't eat no hard foods. She ain't got no teeth to chew. She gotta eat only soft foods, banana pudding, you know what I'm saying, yogurt, you know what I'm saying, applesauce. That's all she can eat because there's no way. She got 4 teeth in her mouth, at the most 6. Whatever. I meet these two schmucks and they're talking to me or whatever, and the guy says, he was like, oh yeah, my owner, the owner of the shop, you know what I'm saying, my boss, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna come fix your car up, he's great, you know what I'm saying. He said, I'm not a tire expert, so I don't know how to really do this, so I'm gonna wait for him to get there.
Boy, if you don't
Hear me out. Now, I don't know much about being a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? And I'll ask my sister's boyfriend if this is true. But I feel like there's levels to being a mechanic, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like things you learn, I feel like tires is like day 2 of class. You know what I'm saying? Day 1 you get your syllabus, day 2 you learn about tires. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's, you know what I'm saying, easy stuff before you get to like transmissions and engines and carbonators and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I feel like tires are the first thing you learn. So the fact that he doesn't know should have gave me ding 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 warning, but you know, at that point I was stranded. I didn't know what to do. So remember, I got started at 4:30. It's about 8:30 now. 4 hours have passed by. I'm just standing out there waiting. You know what I'm saying? The guy starts like looking. He actually jacks up the car. I'm surprised he knew how to fucking jack up a car. He starts looking in with like a camera, like his phone, and he starts showing me that my lug nuts, not only did they fall off, they broke off. And the stem that the lug nuts come on, they broke off too. So my car was just, you know what I'm saying, my tires just said fuck it that day. I don't even know how that happened, but whatever. Do you know somebody who you know lug nuts fall off a car? Or break off a car, but whatever, you know. Now, it's been about 5 hours, you know what I'm saying. I'm not really sure the time, you know what I'm saying, at this point, but I still haven't seen the guy who's supposed to fix my car or heard from him. The tow truck gave him my number to call me when he was on the way. But after Fat Schmuck shows me his, shows me what was going on, he was like, we're probably gonna have to order parts and get this, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and the parts store don't open till 7:30 in the morning. In that case, now I gotta get a hotel. Luckily the hotel was right beside the shop. I gotta get a hotel in a random ass town in Florida to get my car fixed. You know what? Whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Here we go. So this is when the story just gets whatever. You know, up to this point, this could happen, right? You know what I'm saying? These are just life, you know, life is shit sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? Shit happens. But this is where the story gets weird. So I tell the fat schmuck and the meth schmuck that I'm going to get a, I gotta stop calling him schmuck. I tell the fat guy and the meth girl that I'm going to get a hotel and I was coming right back. I go get the little room, you know what I'm saying? And I come back. So after I come back, fat boy ain't out there. His wife is out there. I tell him I got the room and everything. I get my stuff out the car to go put my stuff in the room, you know what I'm saying, and everything. And I tell them that, you know what I'm saying, I'll be back at 8 o'clock. If the store opens at 7:30, I'll be back at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying, because it was Sunday night. Maybe the owner guy, even though it's very unprofessional to tell me you're coming to fix it and don't come, maybe he'll just come in the morning or whatever, right? Here's where the story gets weird. The wife, the meth lady, the lady with 3.5 teeth, says to me, is, okay, great. By the way, when you check out in the morning, before you check out, can me and my husband come take a shower in your room?
Oh, hell no!
What the fuck? What? Can we come take a shower in your room? No! No! What the fuck? No! Like, who? Like, That's literally the craziest. I'm like, what? And she kind of looked down, was like ashamed of even asking me. So what popped in my head, I was like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers trying to rob me. I swear to God, I'm so thankful that the hotel had 3 locks on it. They had the key for the door, you know what I'm saying, key lock, lock that hoe. Goddamn, they had a deadlock on the above that, so you know what I'm saying, lock that hoe. And then they had the little one that you, the little one you slide over. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. I went to sleep, got up, 8 o'clock, right? So now I've been in this fuck ass town for about 16 hours. I get up, go knock on the door at the shop. Nobody answers. I told them I was coming back at 8 o'clock. But then on the sign it says operating hours start at 9. Okay, cool. It's a 24-hour shop because of, you know what I'm saying, if it's an emergency, maybe somebody's there to help you. Like, if you got a flat tire, they can change it real fast. Boom. Operating hours for like big shit start at 9. Okay, cool. I see that. I'm like, you know what? All right. So I come back, but you know, they should have told me that last night when I clearly told them I was coming back at 8. Whatever. I come back at 9. Come back at 9:15. Knock on the door. Ain't nobody answering. Still haven't heard from this mystery owner of this shop, by the way. So now I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Right. At this point, my dad called me because I've been in touch with my mom and dad the entire time. My dad called me. He said, okay, now this is becoming bullshit. I'm on the way. He drive 2 hours to there, to where I'm at in Alachua, Florida, right? He gets there at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna let you know when he got there at 12 o'clock, the garage door was still closed. Nobody hasn't came outside. At 12 o'clock, I don't know where fat ass is and I don't know where meth ass is. It just like, at this point, I'm starting to get pissed off. So about 12:30, 1 o'clock of me knocking, the meth girl finally comes outside. She tells me that, you know what I'm saying, she ordered the part, you know what I'm saying, they can't get in contact with the owner of the shop either, which is fucking weird, that's your boss, but whatever. They can't get in contact with him either. And then she says, so I personally called this other guy who works at a shop, and I told him to come, he's gonna come help you fix your car. I want you to remember that, right? I want you to remember this random guy, right? His name was, we're not gonna get into the names because blase, you know what I'm saying? But she called a guy from Facebook. We gonna call him Facebook guy, okay? So we got mystery owner, okay? You got fat fuck, you got meth fuck, and you got Facebook guy, okay? 4 different people have now entered the story. So I say, okay, and then my dad was like, well, can we get his number so we can call him and make sure he's coming? She's like, oh, I Facebook messaged him. What the fuck? Bitch, you ain't got no phone. Shit, I'm starting to get pissed off. Like, I swear to God, I'm like, okay, cool, right? I Facebook message him, because I'm just like, you know what, at this point, I'm gonna get pissed off. And whatever. She tells me she ordered the part and the part's gonna come at 4:30, okay? The part's gonna come at 4:30 and he gets off at 4 o'clock. So when the part comes at 4:30, he'll be coming straight over here and start working on my car. I had already paid for a night to stay, right? I had to pay for another day there at the hotel because like I told them, I had to check out by 10. If they'd have started at 8 o'clock like they were supposed to, I wouldn't have had, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have got another room, but the fact they didn't start till 4, I wasn't gonna just sit outside in the sun, so I had to pay for another room, by the way. Guess who called me? The fucking owner of the shop. It is now 2:30. My car got dropped off 4 o'clock the other day. So it's almost been 24 hours and this is my first time hearing from this invisible man. He calls me and says, look, the part's coming at 4:30. We can't do anything until 4:30. I guarantee you, was his exact words, I guarantee you, I will be there at 4:30 to fix the car. Now this is different from meth lady. She said Facebook guy's coming. But he talks to me on the phone. He talks to my dad on the phone. He says he's coming at 4:30. So I'm like, you know what? Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Me and my dad decided, let's not, you know, say spend extra money. If he's coming at 4:30, he's coming at 4:30. He guaranteed us. 4:30 comes around. We get there. The part is there, right? And I finally see Fat Boy for the first time. He comes in, he has a guy in the car with him. He gets out and the guy in the car starts jacking the car up, starts working on the tire. Maybe this is the owner, great. So I get up there, the guy we meet, let me tell you, the guy we meet who's fixing the car, great guy. This is the only good person in this story, is the guy who fixes my car when we get to that point. We meet him, he's a nice guy. He was like, I'm gonna get you back up and shouldn't be that long, you know what I'm saying? I said, oh, okay, cool. We start talking, like speaking the car, and I say, so how long you own the shop? He was like, oh, I don't work here.
What?
Who the fuck is this? So then I thought, oh, this is Facebook guy, right? So I said, okay, cool. I don't ask any more questions about it after that. By the way, it wasn't Facebook guy. So he's working on the car, and they have the little piece that came in. You gotta compress it. I'm gonna let you know. This man started like compressing, like starting like manually do it at like 5:15. It took him like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of, you know what I'm saying, to compress this little fucking piece. By the way, the mechanic that's working on the car is totally doing this by himself. Fat Boy has not helped one time. I saw him bang the little piece with a hammer one time to compress it, and that was it. He walked away after that. It seems like everything, like the next step, okay, if they had to compress it, okay, they had to do something else after they compressed it, and then that went wrong. And then when they finally did that, they did something else the next step, and that went wrong. And the reason why it was going wrong, it wasn't because of the mechanic. It's because the stupid ass shop didn't have anything to make the job easier that, you know what I'm saying, mechanics make, or whoever makes it to make the job easier for the mechanic. So he had to jerry rig and manually do everything by himself on this tire. By the way, Fat Boy supposedly works at this fucking shop, and he hasn't done anything. So it's about a bunch of hours have passed. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock at this point. You know, we're supposed to leave. We thought we was gonna leave at 6. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock. The mechanic is like exhausted because he started working at like 4:45. He's been working on this car for like 6 hours. So he was like, this piece won't go on. He asked my dad and me, can we take him to his house, which is like 15 minutes down the road, and get a little piece that might work.
What?
And me and my dad at this point are just like, fuck it, whatever to make the job easier. We're driving with the guy, and he says he doesn't work at the shop. The only reason why he's at the shop right now is because his car broke down, and he was happy to be walking to the store, and Fat Boy saw him and asked him did he want to make some extra money and help fix the car. That is the only reason why he's at this shop. So no, it wasn't Facebook guy. And I asked him, I was like, Meth Girl told me about the Facebook guy. I told him the mechanic, the guy's name. He was like, that guy's an electrician. What the fuck? This dumb bitch was finna get a motherfucker who works on like electricity to fix my car. Lord, I'm gonna just ask, what did I do to betray you like this? I don't know what I did personally that pissed you off, but I'm sorry. I have no idea. We get the piece, we come back, he starts working on the car some more. It's about 11 o'clock. Fat Boy still is not doing nothing. And about for the last 2 hours of the working on the car that day, yeah, I said that day, he is leaning on a truck the entire time. He's leaning on the truck the entire time. A guy who supposedly works there is leaning on a truck the whole time. At one point in it, the mechanic asked my dad, could he help him do something with the car, like hold a piece, and while he like did something. My dad, not Fat Boy, wouldn't help. And I know what you're thinking. I know, Justin, you ain't paid him no money. Like, I'd have been like, I'm not paying y'all shit. At that point, I had been there for who knows how long. It's 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock the next day. That's what, 24 hours plus 4, 12, what is that, 8? Yeah, 8. So, that's 32 hours. I've been over there for 32 hours. Almost 32 hours before it got 12. 32 hours. At that point, I'm just like, what, bro? I just want the car fixed. By the way, my dad has to go to work. And he's 2 hours away from home and has to be up at 5 o'clock the next day. Right? So, at 12 o'clock, they finally think they got everything together, put the tire on, boom, you know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, let's drive it, let's see how it feels. He was like, you're gonna hear noises, that's just the car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Getting back right. You do have some other things that you gotta fix, but you know what I'm saying? You can still drive it, this will get you home. I dropped that car, and I'm like, something don't feel right. I know they said this is gonna feel weird at first, but it'll get right. And I was just like, nah, something don't feel right. But at that point, I was just like, fuck it. I get the car, get the keys. These motherfuckers try to charge me $800.
No, sir. Not me.
But we didn't pay that. So my dad said, okay, Justin, go get gas. And right when you get gas, we're gonna get on the road. I go get gas. Right when I turn to the gas station, one of my tires falling off again. It's like this. It's like leaning.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
We hurried back before they leave. I showed up, my tires leaning, and the mechanic was like, he said, this is some bullshit. He was like, I can't work with this fuck ass shop shit. Like, I can't. He was like, he said, look, he said, the parts store open in the morning. He said, I'm gonna get your parts by, you know what I'm saying, when you wake up in the morning, your car will be fixed, right? Like 8 o'clock after he go get the thing. And I'm just like, that's when I go off. I had been calm the entire time. That's when I just snapped, because not only do I had to stay another night, I had just checked out when I went to the gas station. I had just checked out. So now I gotta get another room. Already just paid $600. $600 to do it. $650 actually. $650 to do it, right? Had already paid for 2 nights at a hotel that cost $70 something each. Now I gotta get a 3rd night, and I had paid the toll person. You don't know how pissed I am. By the way, I'm gonna start GoFundMe because I am broke now. Anyway, so the mechanic, I'm walking to my to the hotel room with my dad before he leaves, and the mechanic tapped me. He's like, hey, what's your room number? Right? I was like, huh? He was like, what's your room number? I was like, why? He was like, he said, I promise you, I'm gonna work on this car all night. He said, I'm gonna manually do everything. You're gonna have your car by the time you wake up in the morning. He's like, if not earlier. So I was just like, at that point, I trusted him, and I was just like, fuck it. So I told him my room number. So I go to the hotel, my dad drives home. It's about 1 o'clock when I lay down, if you wanna call it that, because I don't go to sleep at all. So I don't go to sleep. I close my eyes at like 4:30, like almost falling asleep. At 5:30, I get a bang on my door. It's the mechanic. I open the door, he drops my keys in my hand and says, your car is fixed. I said, huh? He said, let's go for a ride. I get on the road, and I'm just like, God, just help me get, just get me home. And which is crazy, because I wanna let you know something. At first, when the tire fell back off, I was mad at the world. I was mad at God, I was mad at the world. When I was driving home, I thought about something. I was like, the only reason this car is fixed is because of God, because that guy, the mechanic, was not supposed to be there at all. The only reason why he's there because his car broke down. The owner never called, by the way. The Facebook guy was an electrician. Fat boy can't fix a car to save his life. And another other person in the store was a meth girl. So the only reason the car is fixed is because another guy's car happened to break down at the time where they needed, where I needed somebody there. I get home around like 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock after 4 p.m. on Sunday. I get home at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. So if you take 24 hours and then another 12, that's what, 36, because 4 a.m. Yeah, 40 hours when I got home. I was stranded for 40 hours because of a fuck ass shop in Alachua, Florida. More of the story, if your car break down, just leave it. Just get a new car. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that I missed last week, but as you just learned why I missed last week. Do you guys see the fit? Yeah, the fit going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Royal24 for sending me this Nike track suit. Please go shop with them. Their link will be in the description below. They have things for men and women, clothes, bags, etc. And they will get you right. As always, you know what I'm saying, subscribe, like, and share the video. I want to know if it would be better to release on Friday or release on Sunday. Comment below which one you think I should release. Release on Friday at 7 or Sunday at 7. If you're busy on Fridays, vote for Sunday. If you wanted to stay on Fridays because that's when you expect me to be here, boom. You know what I'm saying? Comment below what day you think I should release. Social medias, which are right here. Follow me on all my social medias to see what day I'm going to release. Until next time, you can talk to me nice next video.